So WWE Summerslam happened on Saturday, and I watched it live with some friends. And let me just say, this pay per view, amazing. This is one of my favorite pay per views I've ever watched. It's one of the very few pay per views where I can genuinely say, I want to rewatch this. It had an absolutely stacked card, except for one match. And the final match, oh my god. I did not know wrestling could be so good. I did not know. So yeah, let's get into my review of SummerSlam 2022. So the first match on the card was Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. And this was just a really solid match. It was nothing crazy. It was no WrestleMania 37 Bianca Belair match. But it was just a damn good match. And the segment at the end, I popped like a fucking child. I lost my mind when Bailey came out. I loved this match. It was good. The right person won. Bianca got revenge for that stupid booking decision. And overall, I'd say it's a solid 8 out of 10. Just a damn good match to start out the pay per view with. And the second match on SummerSlam this year was Logan Paul versus The Miz. I wasn't expecting anything crazy. I went into this match expecting Logan to hit a kick to the slash zone and maybe a drop kick and someone to interfere and cost The Miz the match. Logan wins, doesn't really get a pop. Those were my expectations. So I was completely blown away when Logan went all out. He genuinely looked like he could be a wrestler in this match. Now, granted, The Miz was probably carrying him through this entire match. The Miz makes everybody looks better. But Logan genuinely impressed me. At one point, he did a frog splash through the announce table, which, again, something I was not expecting. I was genuinely not expecting this match to be good. Logan hit the skull crushing finale. So, good callbacks. All in all, pretty good match. I'd rate this one a solid 7, honestly. It's not the best match, but it's much better than I expected it to be. So the third match on SummerSlam was the Mysterios versus Judgment Day. In a no disqualification tag team match where they still stood on the apron. Why you're not gonna get disqualified? I'm not even gonna complain about it because you know what? This match was good. It was good. You know, the return of Edge. So excited to see that because Edge is genuinely one of my top 10, top 5 performers of all time. So that's good. I'm excited to see where that goes. The sad part was I knew the Mysterios were gonna win. I mean, they had me at a few moments where I was like, oh, maybe the Judgment Day will win, but no, I knew the Mysterios were gonna win the entire time. Just because it was Ray's 20th anniversary and all that. So good match, not half bad. I don't think I'd watch it again, but it was good. I'd rate this a solid 7. It was a 7. It was good. So our third match on the card was Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley. Now, this match was really short. I didn't even bother to time it because I could not care. It was like 3 minutes. It was just a piss break match. I could probably review it for longer than it ran, but solid 7 out of 10. Right person won and all that. So, Also, I really hate Austin Theory. I hope he never wins anything in his life. So, then we got a segment from the models. The only way I can describe this is that they're gay. That's the whole joke. That's the whole joke. Literally, on WWE's website, they wrote, the models get wet. I couldn't bother to find it, but they did write that on their website. So, that was a segment that happened. And for our match after the models segment is Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. Now, this match was surprising, to be honest with you. It was pretty good. Michael Cole's expressions when they panned to him was really funny, honestly. I laughed pretty hard at that. McAfee's chorus was genuinely hilarious. But, Corbin sold his role well. The kick in the balls at the end was pretty funny, especially because WWE's article says he punted his balls. Yeah, that was just a funny match. Overall, it's an 8. I liked it. And then we got what was going to be a match until Riddle suffered an actual injury, which prevented this match from getting to SummerSlam. Now, that makes me genuinely sad because Riddle is a hell of a performer, and so is Rollins. I think these two could have really, really put on a great match, but, recovery is more important than entertainment, obviously. I wish Riddle the best, and I'd rate his segment a solid 7 because I could actually feel the intensity from Riddle. He sounded like he wanted to kill Rollins, so 7 out of 10. And then we have a rematch for our next match. It's the Street Profits versus the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. One of my friends came up with a really great ending for this. He said, how about instead of either one of them winning, it comes down to a draw, and then they each get a title, therefore separating the titles, which is a better idea because I hate titles being unified. I hate it. But overall, this was an amazing match. It was really good. I'd give it a 9, honestly, on tag team matches. And Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett being there made it better. He literally was the thing we talked about the entire match. I loved it. 9 out of 10. Would actually recommend you to go watch this one. I wish the Street Profits won because, but whatever. It was good still. This match. Oh boy, this match. I hate this match. Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey is genuinely one of the worst matches I've ever watched. It is the worst match on this show, by far. It was boring. Liv Morgan should not have won. And at this point, I don't understand why Ronda wouldn't have just kicked her ass, broke her arm, pinned her. Because Ronda is the baddest woman on the planet, and you made her look like an idiot. Whatever. She's not buried. She just looks like an idiot. This match was the worst on the card, and it's a 5 because I hate it. And then we get our main event. The final half hour of the show. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship in a last man standing match. This match, it might be one of my favorite matches of all time. Now, I need to put a spoiler warning at the beginning because this match, if you're not going to watch any other matches on this card, watch this match. It is one of the best matches. I would say that this is the best match of 2022. That no match will come close to this. Because this match is amazing. You need to watch this match if you have not. This match is genuinely a 10 out of 10 from me. This match made me love this pay-per-view and made me... I know it's only been 2 days, but I love wrestling again because of this match. It was crazy, chaotic, had good wrestling. It was just so good. Please watch this match if you have not. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. Watch this match. So, what would I give this pay-per-view? If I was going to give this pay-per-view a final grade, what would I give it? A 9. A 9 out of 10. I think that's fair. Everything on the show was enjoyable except for the Liv Morgan match. Everything on the show had something to laugh at least. The Pat McAfee match was good. Logan Paul blew my mind with how good his match was. Bayley and the return of Io Shirai, who is now Io Sky, and also Dakota Kai was in-fucking-sane. Riddle versus Rollins getting cut from the pay-per-view was just sad. I honestly wish that match could have happened. Jeff Jarrett being there was absolutely amazing, even though he didn't wrestle. Street Profits versus Usos was still a great match, and Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar is the best match of the year. I genuinely think people will be talking about the Brock Lesnar-Roman Reigns match for the next 10 years, easily. This is a match of the year. Theory versus Lashley and Morgan versus Rousey were really the only 2 bad matches on the card. But everything else was amazing. Everything else was good. Honestly, watch this pay-per-view if you haven't. It's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 pay-per-view easily. 2 10 out of 10 matches, only a few bad ones. And overall, it was just really good. I honestly would watch this again, which is rare for me. So that's all from me today. If this video is successful, literally at all, I'll probably review more pay-per-views. Because overall, I find this to be a lot of fun, staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning, writing down my thoughts like an absolute madman. And, it's whatever. I hope you enjoyed. It was bad, so I don't care.